What's up, my brother? The character adjustment finally dropped in OPBR and 4 units got buffed. Emperor Shanks, Egghead Sanji, Egghead Luffy, and Egghead Zoro. But are these buffs actually good? And is the Blue Attacker Luffy rebanner worth your rainbow diamonds? Let's find out. First, Emperor Shanks. And look, I'm going to be honest with you, this buff is decent, it's not OP. The damage output is nice and his skill 1 is actually helpful at some point. He's a fun character to play. But here's my problem, he is in the wrong meta right now. Zoro is running everything and Emperor Shanks just doesn't fit into this current meta the way he should. And if I'm being honest, I think this buff fits more for Divine Departure Shanks than Emperor Shanks. Divine Departure Shanks should have benefited more from these specific changes in the current meta, but I'm not complaining, okay? At least the devs are trying. At least they're giving Emperor Shanks some love. Is he as good as Whitebeard's buff or King V1's buff? No, not even close. But if you want to pop Emperor Shanks from time to time in League, you can. At least you can do that though. He's playable now. He's just not OP. Just don't expect him to dominate, okay? Next is Egghead Sanji, and I'll be honest, on paper this buff looks insane. Reading the traits, I was like, okay, this might actually be something special, but when I tried to practice it, he's the same as he was. Nothing fancy, nothing that changes the game. The problem is the same as Emperor Shanks. Wrong meta. Zoro will just cook him some point if there's J out there. Any Straw Hat unit, of course, will just get cooked. Well, except Chopper. Chopper's cooking. Nah, J will just cook it. But if we're talking about 1v1 situation and Egghead Sanji is fighting a runner, he can cook. He can actually do something about those runners and can deal some damage in that specific matchup. But does that make him OP? No, he's decent. He's playable, yes, but in the current meta or this meta, it's not going to dominate. I really thought this one was going to be the standout buff. I was genuinely excited about Egghead Sanji, but yeah, I'm quite disappointed. Now, Egghead Luffy, and I'll be completely transparent with you, I didn't even fully test this one because when I look at the changes, I was like, this feels exactly the same. So I'm asking you in the comments, what do you think about Egghead Luffy's buff? Because in my opinion, the changes are minimal, like barely noticeable. Before the buff, he was okay, decent, nothing special. After the buff, I think still okay, still decent, still nothing special. The only thing I'll say is if Egghead Luffy was already working for you before this buff, then he's still going to work for you. You can still play him like a rat in League if that's your playstyle. But if you were hoping this buff would make him a meta threat, that's not happening though. Minimal changes, minimal impact. So let's just move on. Last buff, Egghead Zoro. And honestly, same story as the others. He's in the wrong meta right now. His Haki state will save him sometimes, but against the current meta, Zoro, Egghead Zoro Sanji duo, it's not gonna save him at some point. Is it a bad buff? No, I'm not saying it's bad, or I'm not saying these are bad buffs. Character adjustments are always 50-50. They can be good or they can be not so good. And right now, these buffs are just okay. Are they at the same level as Whitebeard buff or King V1's buff? Absolutely not. Those buffs were game changing. These buffs are just manageable. You can pop these characters from time to time, but they're not going to shake up the meta. Quick shout out to today's sponsor, Sky Castle. Basically, it's a top-up service that saves you up to 30% on mobile games. Yes, my brother, up to 30% off. Multiple payments methods, low fees, and 24/7 Discord support with thousands of happy customers. Link is in the description, so go check it out. Now, since the character adjustment just dropped today, I've already been testing these units in League and watching how they perform, and the honest verdict, they are manageable. That's the best word I can use. The existing meta characters, J, Egghead Zoro Sanji, the broken units, Whitebeard, Gear 5v2, they can still cook these buffed characters. I'm seeing players using Emperor Shanks and Egghead Sanji in League already. People are excited and trying them out, but based on what I saw and what I tested, the meta hasn't changed though. These buffs didn't shift anything significantly. It's too early to make a final call. Maybe in a week or two, we'll see some creative builds that make these units shine. But right now, the meta is exactly the same as it was before the adjustment dropped. News J is still king. EX Zoro and Sanji duo is still everywhere. And this newly buffed units are just trying to survive. Oh, don't get me wrong though. News J is still a king against runners. Especially me as a runner main. It sucks to fight News J. Well, if you're not a runner main, then you're cooking News J. Good for you though. Good for you. So here's my overall honest verdict on this character adjustment. Disappointing. And I say that not to be negative, but because I genuinely had higher hopes for this one. The community has been waiting for this adjustment for quite some time. We thought it was fake because it took so long to drop, and when it finally arrived, 4 buffs that are just okay. Compare this buffs to Whitebeard's buff, that was a game changer. King V1's buff still popping in League right now. Those buffs actually shifted the meta and gave players something exciting to play. These buffs right now, you can use these characters, they're not useless, okay? But are they going to make you excited to log in every day and grind League? Probably not though. The saving grace here is that at least the devs are showing they care about old units. So we still have hope for Filmer Shanks, of course, Divine Departure Shanks, Onigashima Big Mom, Kid-in-Law, Hybrid Yamato, Yama Ace, and I think we can stop right there. Now let's talk about the Blue Attacker Luffy rebanner, because this dropped alongside the character adjustment, and I need to warn you about something. This banner is a huge bait. Let me explain why. In the Step Up Scout, you can get a total of 200 boxes or 200 One Piece celebration items. You can exchange those for 100 fragments of Blue Attacker Luffy. Sounds okay? Not really. But here's the problem. There is no guarantee pool on this banner. 0. The only way to guarantee Blue Attacker Luffy is to buy a ticket, and that's it. And if you check the normal banner, they're offering what, 3 rainbow diamonds per pool, and you get 1 fragment of Blue Attacker Luffy or Bluffy. It's only available for 14 times, so even if you do all 14 pulls, you still don't have enough fragments for a guarantee. And you know what? Good thing we have a blue ticket, but the drop rate is 0.02%. That's nothing though, to be honest. That is basically impossible. Well, you will get those featured character because this banner is not designed to give you Blue Attacker Luffy easily. It's designed to make you spend at some point. So yeah, my honest advice, do not summon on this banner. It's just a waste though. Okay, so a quick question. Should you save for 7.5 anniversary? To be honest, my brother, it's better to save than try to chase this Bluffy right here. Yes, he can hard counter News J, but we have Zoro and Sanji running wild out there, so you good. You don't have to pop this unit right here. What you need is wait for a broken runner that's coming in 7.5 anniversary, and it's way better, my brother. It's way better to get the new EX unit than to chase these old characters or old EX right here. But again, it depends. If you really love this unit, then go for it. No one is stopping you. But if you are F2P and trying to survive this game, then go for a broken one. So my overall verdict on this character adjustment, yeah, it's disappointing compared to Whitebeard and King V1, but at least the devs are trying, and that counts for something. So let me know in the comments, what do you think about these buffs? Are you using any of these characters in League? And what are your thoughts on Egghead Luffy's buff specifically? And you know what? That's it for this video, my brother. You know that real. Stay salty and stay awesome and salty rock. Now signing off.